guys, it's Kendra with Domestic Princess in Training, and I am back again for another vlog. I didn't know if I would do them again. It's a little uncomfortable for me, and I'm not really so sure that I'm all that great on this side of the camera, but I've got some really great and nice emails from you guys with some really sweet comments, and it seems like you like them, so I'll probably pop in every now and then and do one, and they won't always be photography related like they were in the past, but I will try to answer some questions I get, and then also touch on photography stuff as well. And the photography ones, I just feel weird doing them because I've only been in the photography business for a year, and I have got a lot of questions about my work and people wanting to know stuff, and I think that's really great, and I'm flattered that people even ask me questions or for my advice. That's kind of shocking to me, but I don't know, it's kind of weird to give advice when you're not really an expert in the subject. So I'll try to give advice on the things that I feel that I understand, and leave the other stuff till down the road. I mean, I pretty much understand my camera, I shoot in manual, you know, all that stuff, but I still am a little unsure of certain things. So in the past we were going to talk about lighting, and I tried to do that clip and I made it through, and then I accidentally deleted it, and I was so stressed doing that clip that it just wasn't fun for me. So I thought, why not talk about stuff that I really enjoy talking about, that's more free-flowing for me, and that way it'll be more enjoyable for you guys to watch. But lighting is such a big topic, and there's so many aspects that come together to make such a great picture that I could really go on and on about it. And I think what I'll try to do is break it into little small chunks and do several videos in little small chunks. But this one actually has nothing to do with lighting, so I'm sorry that I got off tangent. As you guys know, I'm a rambler. So let me get back on track. Anyways, this reason I'm doing this video today is to kind of answer some common questions that I get asked. And they're not all photography related, but I think there is like one or two that's photography related. So some of you guys send me some emails with some really sweet comments, and then you ask questions, and I kind of get some of the same ones over and over again. So I thought we can kind of just touch on a few of them today. Okay, so the first one I get asked a lot is about my hair. My hair is naturally curly, and 99.9% of the time I wear it like this, and the reason for that is because it really needs to be colored right now, and it needs to be cut. So with my hair, if it's not cut, the curls kind of become like flat on my head, and there's not a lot of volume in it. So wearing it back like this kind of looks a little better, and also I have roots that are like this long, so this kind of hides that. When I wear it down, it's like Shakira look going on. So until I get that taken care of, this is how I usually wear it. And all I do is just kind of pull it back in a low ponytail. And this is almost like a bun. Like I pull my hair through the ponytail, but just not all the way, so it makes a bun. And this is really, I stick a lot of flowers. Like I'll usually put a little flower right here or a clip. So that's easy to do. And it's super quick. So I get compliments on it a lot, so it must not look that bad. But it's easy when your hair is like not clean and stuff. So this is how I wear it most of the time. But then I also get asked a lot about my product that I use for my hair. And a lot of times when people have naturally curly hair, they get that crunch look, you know, where it looks like you can just go pick their hair and it would go. So I don't really like that so much for myself. So I actually found a product that works really well for me. This is called, I don't know if you can see it, BioSilk Glazing Gel. You can get it at a salon. I usually pick mine up at Target just because it's right around the street from me, but it has a little purple like style thing on it and a little purple swoosh through the bottle, and it's just made by BioSilk. But the reason I like this is because it's very thin, so it's almost like a thick watery kind of texture, so when you put it in your hair, it's not that real strong crunchiness. It does still hold the curl, and it does still keep the shape and add volume in your hair and all that good stuff, but it doesn't weigh it down with the heavy gel. So I also use, this is made by Nexus. Can you see it? I'm not sure if you can see it, I can't tell. But it's a like grayish, kind of pewter looking bottle. I get this at Walmart, and it's not super cheap. It's about $9 a bottle, I think, but it does last a long time, and I use a lot of it, so that should show you. This will last me probably 3 months, and I do use a lot of it. So this is made by Nexus, and I use the Maximum Hold, and this one doesn't really make that super crunch texture as well. It does hold really well, it does add volume, it does last most of the day, but sorry, my nose itches. Ooh. But it doesn't do that crunchiness, so that's something else I like. Now, what I do, I'm so sorry, I keep itching my nose. Woo. What I do whenever I'm styling my hair is when I get out of the shower, I use my blow dryer without a diffuser, and I dry it for like 2 or 3 minutes that way, and kind of use my hands to crunch it up. I can't really tell what you guys can see or not. So, and then I use my diffuser for the rest of my blow drying. And this just fits on the bottom of my hair dryer, has a little attachment, and then almost like a claw. And what this kind of helps do is to keep it from blowing your hair around whenever you're blow drying your hair, so that you don't get a lot of frizziness, and it adds volume. So I actually blow dry with my hair flipped over. So I don't do it like this. Even when I'm not using this, my head's still flipped over. And the reason for that is it adds volume. So whenever you flip your head back over, it's kind of dried with some volume towards the top. So that's my hair stuff. Hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you have any more questions about that. And then I also get asked about my lipstick a lot, which is kind of funny because I think it's like pretty normal lipstick. I don't really wear anything too crazy, but my favorite lip product is made by Rimmel, I think. Yes. And I get this at Target. And the name of the lip liner is called Eastern Snob, I believe. Yes. Eastern Snob, made by Rimmel. The reason I like this color is because it's pretty close to my natural lip color. So, and this actually goes on super, super smooth. It's not like other liners where you sharpen it. This one, you just twist it and it comes out, and it just glides on very, very easily. So I use this to line my lips. I outline and then I color in, and then I'll use a chapstick or gloss if I have it on hand and just go over it with that. So that's all I use for that. Okay, something else I get asked a lot, and this one's a photography one. People want to know if I do photography full time. Well, I do not have another job besides photography, and that's kind of a loaded question because do I make a full-time salary from what I'm doing? No, I do not, actually, not at all. I'm still building my business, and part of that is doing what I'm doing at a very low cost. So my prices are not super high right now, and that's purely because I want to build my clientele up, and I'm still growing as a photographer. So as my equipment gets more expensive, as I build my clientele, as I grow as a photographer, I hope to increase my prices a little bit more. And I did jump up a little bit this year from where I was last year as far as pricing. But do I work full-time hours? Sometimes I do. It just kind of depends on if you're busy or not busy. So during the Christmas season, I was working probably 15-hour days or not more. There were nights when I didn't sleep. It was crazy madness. I'm so grateful that I had that much business. But I was definitely working over full-time during that time frame. Now I just kind of have a few sessions every month, and it's going to actually pick up in February, which is surprising for me. I thought I would have February to have kind of some downtime to work on some stuff as far as like my package pricing and all that, but I have quite a few sessions booked in February. So, and other people out there who are photographers, you know this as well. It's kind of a hit or miss, especially when you first are starting off, and I'm kind of working on marketing and all that kind of stuff. It's not a constant flow at this point. But I am continuously booking, which is really awesome, and I'm getting new clients, and that's great. And so I probably do put in full-time hours on some days, and some days I don't. So it would probably equal to a little bit more than a part-time job. And I've learned a lot this year, and I do kind of want to share that with you guys who are looking to start a photography business, because I think there's a lot of things that I wish I would have known before I got started. I was actually talking to Kent about this last night. We had a big talk about, oh, I wish I would have known this last year. I wish I would have known this last year, but I didn't. So anyways, on a random tangent again, but I'll come back with another clip and kind of do some things that I wish I would have known my first year starting as a photographer. But back to the main question, do I do this full time? Some days I do. It doesn't equate a full-time salary, although I wish it did. I am also a student, so I'm getting my degree in development and family studies. Basically, I go and I learn about children and how their brains grow and how they develop from early childhood into adulthood. I learn about the relationship of a husband and a wife and the roles of a parent and different family structures, and that stuff I love. I'm totally interested in that. I just eat that stuff up. So that's what my degree is in. But the plan is, after we get married and we start to try to have children, if we're lucky enough and I'm blessed with children, I really want to stay home with them. So I'm hoping that my photography would bring in that my photography would bring some income in so that I could stay home and still make money to help support my family. So that's the plan. I don't know what's going to happen with that or not, but if the photography thing doesn't work out, I always have my degree to fall back on. So let me make sure I hit. Oh, the other thing that you guys ask a lot is about Goodwill. Everybody wants to know the times that I go to Goodwill to find the best things. Well, I don't know if there's really a specific time, because you know it's kind of a hit or miss. Sometimes you find great things, sometimes you don't. But I usually always try to go as early as possible. Luckily, I do work from home, so I do have that flexibility where during the week I can kind of pop in the morning. But if I'm going to go, I try not to go after 2 o'clock. So after that time, I feel like things are kind of picked over, and you never really know what you're going to find. But with that being said, I think I've gone with a friend before, and it was later, and we found some really great stuff. It really depends on your Goodwill, because some of them are busier than others, and they'll continuously stock during the day to replenish their stock. But some won't. Some will only put stuff out the night before, and then you get what you get, and that's it. And I know the ones around my neighborhood that do that. So if I am going to go to one and it's later, I won't go to it unless I know it's a specific one that continuously has someone putting stuff on the shelves all day. But for the most part, my rule of thumb is I usually try to go right when they open. And Monday's a really great day to go, and that's usually because the weekend they were hit pretty hard and wiped out, and Sunday night before they open on Mondays, they'll have someone out restocking to get ready for the next week. And the only reason I know this stuff is because I'm a talker, and I talk to a lot of people, and someone kind of told me, one of the workers that saw me, we were talking, and they told me, you know, this is their schedule. So that's the only reason I know all this random stocking information. But so yeah, Monday's probably my favorite day to go, but not everybody can go on a Monday. So if you can only go on a weekend, try to get there Saturday first thing in the morning. Alrighty, this was totally random and kind of a hodgepodge of different questions put together, and I'm probably talking really fast, but I do that normally in real life, so you guys are getting to see how I normally talk when I'm interacting with my friends and family. But keep your questions coming. I really love to see them, and I love to know what you guys are wanting to know, and I will try to answer them as best as I can. If you have photography questions, send them to me. If you have questions just about random stuff, craft stuff, questions that you want to know about me, whatever, send them to me, and I'll get together and do these ever so often to kind of answer some of the things that you want to know. All right, well, I am going to tune off, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. See you later.